How much money do you save?
I don't know. I'm in debt, bro.
You in debt. How much do you invest?
I don't know.
How did you get into debt? Who chose to come here?
Me.
Osai Williams.
Welcome back, yo. So are black people still victims? Are we victims of systemic racism? Are we still held back in this country like we were hundreds of years ago? Well, I ran into this conversation between Officer Tatum and a college student, and I think this conversation is extremely important when it comes to the mentality that some black people have in this country, the perpetual victimhood that we place ourselves into sometimes. Without further ado, let's get into it. But before that, please remember to subscribe and like the video. Let's get into it.
What's your name?
I'm Chris.
What's your name?
Chris.
Chris? Okay,
Yeah.
Chris.
I noticed you have the, unless I read wrong, you have the Make America Great Again.
Yeah, I do.
I want you to tell me exactly the point in history where America was great.
You know,
As
it's
a
funny.
black man.
Point to me a time in history where America wasn't great. Tell me where
The
it
birth
starts.
of America?
No, point in America where America wasn't great.
On murder and thievery and deception. What do you mean?
Now, let me explain this to you real quick. This is
Just to be clear, almost every single country that has ever existed was built on thievery. Most cultures, most countries were stolen. Most people were at war with each other. You're not talking about something special within history. I don't know what this idea is that America was special in its colonial history. No, this has been happening throughout history. It's happened with the Native Americans. It's happened in sub-Saharan Africa. Why do people believe that America somehow invented colonialism? They didn't. It's existed forever.
This is for everybody to listen to. Everybody always have this perception that we shouldn't acknowledge America as being great. America started at a certain point and grew and came better over time. No country that you know of was 100% perfect at the foundation. No country.
You
no
didn't answer my
country in the
question.
world. No countries in Africa, no countries in Europe. You can name it. Everybody started at a certain point, and it became greater
You
over
didn't
time.
answer my question.
Ever since you've been alive, America has been the greatest it's ever been.
You think so?
100%, brother. You can name somewhere else that's better than America. And why don't you live there?
I'm not sure.
I know you're not sure because they don't exist.
Were they?
Show me somewhere else that's as diverse as America. Anywhere.
As diverse?
That's as diverse.
What does diversity mean if people are
Opportunities
being
for
discriminated
all
against?
people. Show me another country that give opportunities for all people like America
Do you
does.
think we have the same opportunity as everybody else, as black people?
Yeah, 100%.
With a 200-year economic head start on us and no
What's
reparations?
stopping you now? Aren't you at this university?
Yeah.
You're at the university just like all these white people. How's that any different? Can't you?
I want you to go two blocks that way and tell me
Forget
where
that.
they at.
You can read. You can go to class. You can make good grades. I'm hoping that you're making straight A's. How is America stopping you from doing that? And
Oh, it's
how
not
is it
stopping
stopping
me.
you from being prosperous enough to go down the street and make a difference in your own community? How is America stopping you from doing
Why
that?
is it my responsibility to make a difference in my community that was sabotaged from the start?
Let's go back to the
Do
foundation.
you think the CIA planted drugs in our communities?
They didn't make you sell it?
Do you think they?
No. I agree.
Do you think they
I've
burned
read
down
stories of how
black
the CIA,
businesses? Do you know what Black Hollywood is?
Let's go one at a time. I've heard stories that the CIA planted drugs in the inner city communities. Not every black community, but in some. They still don't make you go and sell drugs to your brother, do they? Why are you not selling drugs right now? Because it doesn't make sense for you to do that. You have an opportunity to go to a university, get an education, and make yourself better and make your family better in the next few generations. Nobody's stopping us from doing that. I'm sitting on campus right now, and all these people are listening to me.
You know what's stopping
What's
everybody?
stopping me?
Money.
In America, what's stopping you from making money in America?
What the f is not stopping us from making money?
You
What
go
the
to
fuck
the
do
same
you
university
mean?
as all these white people. How you got a different?
Exactly.
You said what? Excuse me?
We're in debt.
That's
That's our
your
fault.
I don't understand. Why does he want to be a victim so bad? You live in one of the most prosperous countries to ever exist. You are in one of the most privileged positions anybody could be in. You're in a safe country. You have clean clothes, fresh water. You are living the life that most people on this planet wish they would live. how are you still a victim? This type of mentality makes zero sense to me because you have everything that you need. You just need to put in a little bit of work.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, right?
Okay,
We were never given boots to begin with.
Let's start with this.
Who's we?
I actually went and graduated from a university. So I'm not a guy that didn't go to college. I had a full scholarship, so I didn't pay for school in my undergrad. Graduate school, I paid for out of my pocket. I did not get a loan. I mean, I did not have to get loan forgiveness or nothing like that. I had $11,000 worth of debt and I paid it. How is that different than anybody else out here?
Because everybody doesn't have the same opportunity.
I'm black though. How did I pay my loan off and you can't? Or
where you from?
Well, I'm from Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Dunbar High School.
Fort Worth,
right
Texas.
in the hood and stop 6. Right in the hood and stop 6. How did I get to this point if America's against me?
Did everybody in your neighborhood get to that point?
Well, different choices. There's a lot of people in my
Where your
neighborhood that
childhood
made it
friends
out
at?
because they made better choices. I could have sold drugs. I didn't. Why?
What do you-
Because I wanted something better out of my life.
What do you say about the disproportionate wealth? Is that
Okay.
Does that not matter?
It's about culture. How much money do you save?
I don't know. I'm in debt, bro.
You in debt. How much do you invest?
I don't know.
How did you get into debt? Who chose to come here?
Me.
Well, that's you laid it out. Now, when you come here, for every college student here, this should be an investment into your future.
Right.
Anybody that know anything about making money knows that you have to invest to get to the next step.
How are we
You may
supposed to know
listen. You
anything
may
about
be in
making
debt.
money?
You may be in debt to make an investment to get to the next step. So if you
How are you supposed to know anything about making money? The internet. The internet. You can find out almost anything if you want to. If you have the drive, if you have the ambition.
do this properly, this is a debt investment to make more money in the future. If you come here and clown around and take a major that won't put you anywhere, then you just got into debt for no doggone reason. It's a cultural thing. Black people in America don't have wealth like others because they choose not to generate wealth through investments and passing their money down.
Who's teaching us to do this?
We should teach each other to do it. Why does somebody got to teach? You want the white man to teach us? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, hell, teach us something.
Okay, no, you could teach something. You got a college, you can get a college education. When you have children, teach your children.
So basically help yourselves. We know you have this 200-year head start.
That
we know
doesn't
we've
matter, bro.
sabotaged
You don't have nothing to do with. You don't have nothing to do with that.
Oh,
You don't have nothing to do with
I thought you
that.
said one at a time.
You don't have nothing to do with that.
I don't
Do
have
you?
nothing to do with what?
The 200 years that you're talking about.
Yes, I do. Have you ever heard of generational trauma, generational wealth?
You
My
have
people
gener-
don't own anything.
Where
My
you
people
come- where you
own
come from?
nothing.
Where you
How
come
can
from?
you build something when my people come from nothing? I come from South Memphis.
And I come from Stop 6.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. I went to university.
What
You went
does
to university.
comparison mean?
It
What
means
does
that when you-
comparison mean
Just
when the
real quick.
statistics say that we are behind?
We're not behind. Some people are behind. We're not behind. Why? Because we make positive decisions. He's not behind. He's not behind. She not behind. Do I want to go point
You're
out
on
all
a
the black
college
people?
campus.
But does college guarantee a success?
You're on a college
It depends.
campus.
It all boils down to the decisions that you make. When you make smart decisions, despite the inconvenience of how you were raised, how you grew up, good things will happen. Statistically speaking, good things will happen. Make better decisions financially, make better decisions spiritually, make better decisions with your entire life, and good things will happen.
Campus.
It depends on what you do with what you have presented to you. You were born in wherever you were born at. Look at you now. What's the difference between you and other people that didn't choose?
Opportunity.
How did you get an opportunity that other people didn't? You were in debt, so you didn't have the money. You didn't have the money to pay for
My
it.
parents didn't have much, but they had enough to keep me out the hood trying to make some money any way I can. I know
Yeah.
people who
Okay.
have no anything. They have to go out there. They have no other choice. They have a horrible education. Do you know what the education system is like here? It's horrible.
Okay, so let's explain it like this. I wanna make sure we talk it at the same level.
Right.
So in America, every single person has an opportunity to do something with what they have in their hand.
And we have nothing in our
Look,
hands.
let me
That's
say
the
this.
point.
Let me say this. I believe wholeheartedly that God gives you a hand of cards to play. Hear me out.
God gives you.
Hear me out. God gives you a hand of cards to play. Not everybody's hand is the same. What you can have a full deck of great cards and you play them poorly, you won't make it in life. You can have a bad hand. You play them strategically and you play them right, you'll do good in life. You had a not so good hand growing up where you grew up at. You made positive decisions that led you here. That's the hand you've been dealt. Everybody don't have a freaking silver spoon in their mouth. America is the only place.
They proportionately
Who
do.
is they?
Everybody else, man.
Everybody else like who? Are you saying white people? Brother, you in the same situation as all these white people and you playing the victim.
Am I?
You at the same university?
Am I? What does the same university have to do with anything?
You go to the same classes?
I had a 4.3 GPA in high school. I did what I was supposed to hit. I did what I was supposed to do.
What's your GPA now?
3.6.
Brother, what's holding you back then?
That's the point. Everybody doesn't have a 3.6. Everybody is
Did
not.
you just get a 3.6 because you woke up one day? You studied, didn't you?
Right, no, I actually didn't.
You didn't study.
No.
So then you have a gift that you can go and make a 3-point something and don't even study.
Right.
Brother, I mean, I don't know. I think we're wasting our time talking to each other. The bottom line is that if you study, you work hard, you play the cards that you're dealt properly, you will be successful. This country.
And I don't understand why is there any pushback against this message. It is the most basic. You work hard, you get what's due to you. What is controversial in saying that although you may have inconveniences, although you may have historic setbacks, if you work hard enough, you'll get ahead. You won't be the richest person in the world, you won't be the richest person in your neighborhood, but you'll do better than most.
This country makes more millionaires than anywhere in the world. You can talk, Oprah Winfrey came from nothing. Tyler Perry came from nothing. I mean, you go down a list. You go down a list, brother.
Why are you naming rich black people?
Because these are the people.
Why are you naming
what
rich
about me?
black people?
All right, me.
You talking about me and you. I'm talking about everybody in the surrounding, everybody outside of this bubble.
Listen, man, you're a product of your decision making. You're an example that you can come from nothing and come to the university.
A product of your decision making when the majority
you
of
came
others
from
are a
nothing and
product
you're at
of
the
their
university.
environment.
What are we saying? You came from nothing, you're at the university. Well, how about you go and teach other young men like you that grew up where you grew up how to do what you did to get here, period. What's the problem in that? Well, come to the mic, please. Can you come to the mic?
He want me off the mic.
No, it doesn't matter about recording. Can you come to the mic so we can hear your question, please?
Come on, we
No,
double team the
it's
mic.
so we can get the audio in.
We can double team the mic. We can double team the mic.
Just
It's
ask
okay.
the question and I'll try to answer your question. Hold on 1 second. What's your question?
How does everyone have an opportunity when systematically the U.S. has multiple inequities within?
What inequities? Can you explain one? Wait a minute, inequities in education, what does that mean? Do you consider yourself a minority?
I do.
Is the country against you?
Technically, in a way, it could be.
But it's not. You're here. You did what you're supposed to do to get here. That's what it's about, individuality. If you do what you need to do, you'll be here.
You as in everybody on this campus.
Listen, some people grow up in a terrible environment. Can we agree? Some people in that terrible environment make positive decisions to get out of that environment.
And don't forget, some people grow up in environments that are way worse than the environment that he grows up in and still perform well. But why do they do that? Because they
Some
work
people,
hard.
it takes longer in life to do that.
like
And that's not a
5%?
black thing. It's a everybody thing. There's poor white people in this country too. Do you not forget that? Most people on food stamps are white. Most people incarcerated are white.
Most people in the country are white.
Most people get killed by police are white.
Most everybody in this country is white. What
So
does
what I'm
does
saying-
that, what does
what
that
I'm saying
statistic
is
have to do with anything?
That if poverty was just relegated to black people, it would only be black
You
people that
talking
are
on a
poor.
script. I can't listen.
All right, come on. Next person.
As you could see, he really wasn't able to get anywhere with him in this video. The points he was making were solid. Why is it that Nigerian immigrants from other countries, black immigrants, come here and they routinely outperform black Americans? It's because they're coming here with the worth ethic, the drive to do better, the mentality that nothing is going to hold me back. Where I'm coming from had zero opportunity, and where I'm going to, has more opportunity. I'm going to make the most of it. This is why Nigerians come here. They routinely outperform Black Americans. This is why Jamaicans come here. They routinely outperform Black Americans. Working hard brings good fruit. There's no doubt in that. And I can say as a child of 2 Jamaican immigrants who came here to this country with nothing, who worked hard for years and made something of themselves, that when you work hard, there's nothing that can hold you back. You're not going to be the richest person in the world. You may still struggle, but you'll do better than most. But let me know down below what you think about this video, what you think about this interaction. Until next time, God bless.